Hello and welcome to Roleplay Rejects, where we play new and unusual tabletop role-playing games. In SideQuest, we're taking a break from our longer stories to play just a few sessions of some very unique role-playing games out there. So sit back and enjoy.
It's us today. Just us. You don't know who Just Us is yet, because I'm the only one who's spoken
But
so
you're
far.
about to find out.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's us.
Don't listen for more voices. They're
Yeah.
not there.
Yeah.
If you hear other voices, that's you, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with
Today's
you.
sponsor, Schizophrenia. You are not alone. Get it?
I don't get why Misty and Joseph just had to abandon us.
Yeah, we're actually, you're never going to hear them again. They actually quit.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
moved to the moon.
Well, no, they didn't quit. We fired them.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
kicked them out.
Yeah, we actually banished them to the Shadow Realm.
We had control.
Nah, they didn't quit. They're just like
You know,
busy or whatever.
Yeah, on vacation. Fucking
Yeah.
imagine, bro.
Nerds.
No dedication.
Mm-hmm. It's hot outside.
Yeah, it's fucking
It's
disgusting.
just, yeah. If you're a summer enjoyer,
How do you do it?
grow up. And I disagree with your life decision.
Yeah. Because, I'm sure, I am sure that I've made this statement before. But in winter, if it is cold,
Mm-hmm.
you just put on another layer and you're fine.
Yeah, in summer, if it's hot, you take off your skin.
Okay. I guess that's the step that I'm missing.
Yeah, you and me both. Dude, so literally yesterday, my AC unit in the condo I live in got replaced because it wasn't working properly.
Hmm.
But prior to that, they called me and they were like, I was supposed to get it done like a week before that, but they called me and they were like, hey, do you mind if we like reschedule yours? There's this old lady that has, because my unit still kind of worked. They were like, there's this old lady with no AC at all. Like hers just doesn't work at all. And I was like, yeah, of course you can reschedule. But in my heart, I was like, what if I said no? Like, that'd be fucked up. You know what I
A
mean?
little bit, but it's also just like, yeah, but I'm suffering.
Yeah, but not nearly as much. She is both old and without AC, bro. And it in my condo at the time, it was getting hot. Like, there were times I came home and it was like 87 degrees if my AC was off.
Yeah, that's
And I'm like
awful.
a spry young man. You know what I mean? I can take the heat. If
Yeah.
I was a withered old grandma, I'd quite literally be cooked.
Yeah, because you still had like a window unit or something, right?
Yeah, I ended up moving the window unit that I had in the guest room into my room. But before I did that, like the AC still kind of worked. It just would shut off for no reason. So it would like work for a bit and then shut off.
Hmm.
And then like, or I would say it's like cooling to 65, but it would not cool to 65. It would just stay at like the lowest I would get it to is like 69. Nice. But that was like the absolute lowest it would go. And often it would still struggle to get there. Like it took forever to get there.
Mm.
So I'm glad I have a new unit now.
Yeah, fair. I think we have ours just like, because it's one of those like smart ones where you can set like a range for it to be. So
Mhm.
it's 66 to 72 is where it tries
Yeah.
to stay.
That's crazy.
At
72
night.
is crazy.
70.
It
We've been doing 74 during. It doesn't get down to that temperature. And then we freeze to death down here.
That's okay. Because you can put on more layers. We've gone full
Exactly.
circle.
But also energy.
Energy.
Yeah, so we've been trying to keep it like
So let's just capture the
Below
More
sun.
seven.
about the
74.
environment. We captured the sun.
we do capture the sun.
No, I mean, let's take the sun.
Take it hostage.
Mm-hmm.
Who are we gonna ransom?
The sun. We'll have infinite energy.
Whoa,
Who's going to stop us? Them and what energy?
infinite energy glitch.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's like a glitch. At that point, it would be an achievement. Like we would have earned it. I guess it's not infinite, but it's infinite to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
I'll be dead long
Practically.
before. Yeah.
I really liked watching the Kurtzagat videos about like Dyson swarms.
Mm-hmm. Really
'Cause-
big bugs, vacuum bugs.
Yeah, sure.
It's just nice. You get it.
Yeah.
They're powered by vacuums.
But it was cool because like they talked about how impractical having like a Dyson sphere is with our current technology, but in theory, as of right now, we could work towards a Dyson swarm pretty easily. And that one would just be like mirrors projected into space. So then we can just do like the Hammer of Dawn kind of laser down to like a receiver on Earth to get energy.
It would sound like boom.
It would have to, yeah.
I don't think it probably wouldn't make. You think it would make?
You know what? I just want it to make sound. I love that sound when they do it in movie trailers.
I think it would make a sound because it would heat the air around
Yeah,
it.
I was as I
quickly.
was making that statement, I was like, no, it'd probably make some sound. Can you imagine accidentally walking into that?
Probably.
Oops.
I don't think there's much to imagine. Just, just done.
Can you imagine accidentally walking into a black hole?
No.
That's terrifying to me.
You'd be so
Yeah.
far away.
You'd see yourself
Before
getting
it.
spaghettified,
You would.
like further away.
Another one of their videos that talked about like the black hole bomb. Yeah, it was something about like having a basically mirrors around a black hole.
Mirrors
then
are so
you-
powerful.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then you shoot light or something like that into the black hole. And as the light gets closer to the event horizon, it speeds up. And then bounces off of a mirror and speeds up. And bounces off of a mirror and speeds up. And apparently, I
So
don't
these
remember.
mirrors would
all-
have to be in the black hole or around
no,
it.
around it. Yeah.
How would
It'd have
You're,
to be
you're
a
like
certain
using the
distance
event
away.
horizon to speed it up.
science?
Yeah, I don't remember like the full video, but it was wild.
And then it blows up.
I think so. Yeah, like if I can't remember if you have to like crack the shell of it or if you just like have to keep it going faster and faster until suddenly kaboom.
That's crazy. The world is crazy, and by the world I mean the
Science.
universe.
Yeah. The wild thing is that we're just like speculating on all of
Mhm.
that. Like we don't have a black hole to test.
Isn't it crazy that like black holes even exist? Because a lot of things in nature, like on Earth, right? You're like, oh yes, an ecosystem, checks and balances, everything fits together beautifully.
Mhm.
Why do black holes exist? Like, what universal benefit?
Yeah.
Because I like to believe there is one. What universal benefit could a black hole possibly give?
I don't know, man.
That's crazy.
That is kind of wild to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just like, it's there, and it's like,
Because the sun's cool. I'm alive because of the sun. I am not alive because of a
The
black hole.
sun's not cool. It's actually quite.
This is actually my 2 weeks notice. You'll have me for 2 more episodes. It's crazy, man.
No, it is like,
Like, for
even
what?
even just the sun is just kind of.
I feel the
fucking
same way
wild.
about ticks. What is your purpose?
I hate ticks.
You have no purpose. I don't know why I'm looking at the monitor like
The monitor is a tick.
we have a camera or something.
Yeah, you, the listeners, have no purpose.
But ticks provide nothing. Like, I don't even think animals like eating them that much.
Are there animals that
Like,
eat
there are
ticks?
other well,
There's gotta
like
be.
burbs. Burbs eat bugs.
If I was
But
a bug eating
Ticks,
animal,
I think,
I wouldn't eat ticks.
are like if we Thanos snapped, but all
But all all
the
the ticks.
ticks out of existence, I don't think it would have
A negative effect.
enough of a negative effect.
I think it would be exclusively beneficial, to be honest.
it would be.
Opossums, chickens, frogs, wild turkey, birds, guinea fowl, lizards, guinea fowl,
Let's get a
squirrel,
turkey.
chipmunks, ducks, spiders, all eat ticks.
Dude, let's get an army.
Well,
of
they don't eat them
spiders.
enough, bro.
They really
True.
don't.
Because ugh.
Indeed.
It's an opossum that we will need because opossums are one of the top predators for ticks and kill more than 90% of the ticks they encounter.
Kinda-
Nice. That's a crazy
What's an
KDA.
is
Yeah,
an
right?
opossum just a possum?
I don't think there's a
Um,
difference.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we have 2 possum listeners. Let us know.
They're different animals.
Oh,
An opossum. Oh, I found a dead opossum on the road a few months ago. Couple
It
months
was
ago.
an opossum, not a.
Yeah, it has the
it has the
White
O tattoo on
face.
his forehead. Oh.
Mm.
yeah. Has the O tattooed on his forehead. That's how you tell. Yeah,
Mhm.
Nice.
I didn't know there was an actual difference. I thought it was just like someone said it wrong, and everyone was like, yeah, you're right." Or someone heard opossum and was like, "That sounds stupid."
Yeah, let's take the O out.
Yeah, we're just gonna say possum because that O feels like a lot of work. Honestly,
It does.
It feels so forced.
Yeah. Might as well call it Omega Possum. That sounds easier to say.
It
Even though
feels
it's
a lot
more
easier.
syllables.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
opossum.
Omega Possum. Just makes me think of like the
Mecha Possum.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Mecha Possum. Solo Leveling Season 2 trailer just came out.
Oh, nice.
I am so excited for it.
Nice. Oh, Possum's so excited.
Yeah, I
I
was
am
like,
Possum excited for it. Speaking
Speaking
of
of-
being excited for
I was
something.
gonna say Possums.
Oh.
Yours is better.
Game today. Game thing.
we're
Summer
playing a
one shots.
game.
It's summer. We're doing one
Summer of
shot.
Side Quest.
Hello.
Side quest.
Sorry, we already said hello. I was. I didn't know what to say. You
Welcome
guys
to
already
Wine
kind
About
of
It.
covered it.
You can say the name.
Font.
Font. So Font is a storytelling game of hope and loss by Michael Dunn O'Connor. We'll have all of his information in the episode description. But this game plays a lot like Slaying Dragons, in that we're going to create characters. We're going to kind of make up the world from a little prompt. We're going to have some tests that are kind of randomly chosen and are creatively altered by all of us as players. And then, like, we're going to win at the end of the day, but it's kind of how we get there and how we win.
Yeah, I guess it's also like what you consider winning, because we will make it to the font, but there are some endings where the font can't give us what we want.
Mhm. Yeah, so the one kind of key difference between this one and Slaying Dragons is with Slaying Dragons, you didn't really have any say on your character's stats, quote unquote. It's just you roll the d6, 1 to 3, you fail, 4 to 6, you win. In this one, you actually have what's called Vision and Resolve. So with Vision, you will choose a number between 2 to 4, representing your vision. A low number represents an inward vision or self-awareness, and a high number represents outward vision or perception, and that will affect some of the rolls that we'll be doing later in
You
the
say we
game.
roll that? I thought we picked it.
You pick it, but it'll
It'll
affect the
your rolls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then your resolve is 6 minus your vision. Low number represents flexibility. A high number represents a strong will. So,
I like
Okay.
that wording too.
what?
Flexibility and a strong will, because it doesn't make either of them sound bad, which is good. I think a lot of games have like Shadows kind of did a similar thing, Shadows of Asterin, but a lot of games kind of make it feel like you should build a certain way or that a low stat is like unlucky.
Mhm.
But I like games that are like a low. I'm trying to think of the Shadows of Asterin example. But I forget what the stat was called. I think it wasn't conviction, was it? It was one of the ways.
Oh, yeah.
Was it combativeness?
There was combativeness and creativity, I think was another
I think
one.
combativeness is the one I'm thinking of, but it was if you had a low rating in that way, you were just less hot-headed and maybe less passionate about things.
Mhm.
But if you had a high rating that way, you were like obviously like it helped with combat and stuff, but you were also more impulsive and more like whatever. So it's like there was like a give and take in every way, and I appreciate it when stats are like that instead of just being like high number good, low number bad.
Yeah, that is like a lot better. And I think that that's something that could be improved.
Yeah, I just think it aids, like it helps you think of your character while you're making them mechanically, because you're like, okay, if I want them to have high combativeness, they should be more passionate and or impulsive. And if I don't want to play them that way, like maybe I should look at another stat for my main stat, right? That's cool.
Yeah, so this whole game takes place over what is that? 7 steps?
Yeah, I think 5, 6, 7. Yeah.
No, it's 6 steps. It looks like it's a little bit mislabeled.
Wait, really?
What?
Yeah, because it goes from 4 to 6.
What?
Oh!
It skips the 5 one.
Didn't mean to sound
That's
so distressed.
crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Matt, bro.
It's kind of interesting because like this one,
Michael.
it's
Sorry.
a pamphlet kind of a game, and it's got multiple pages in there, but each page, or like each leaflet page, whatever you want to call it, on one side you have a prompt and then like the descriptions for describing the world, your character, and doing introductions. And then the other page is your tests, boons, reaching the font, which we'll get into, and then closing. But when you flip the page, it just brings up another prompt for you. And there's, is it like 6 or 7 different prompts? Maybe 8. There's
There's
quite a few.
100 prompts.
But the last one, it just simply says you come from blank. So you get to like pick whatever kind of a prompt you want if you'd like. But some of the examples are you come from a war-torn country littered with scorched ruins.
That shit sounds sick.
Or you come from a government research facility fruitlessly studying the fissure.
That also sounds sick.
You come from a kingdom. You come from a sprawling kingdom beset by famine.
Whoa.
So it sounds like we can kind of take this in any time period that we want, any kind of like a setting that we want.
It really is just like a general vibe for the prompt, and then we take it and run with it.
Yeah. In all of these, though, there is an area called the fissure. The fissure could just be basically the fissure is where we are wandering through trying to find the font. The font could be anything.
Could it be Comic Sans?
Could be Comic Sans. Could be Helvetica even. Wingdings. There you go. Or it could be like the Fountain of Youth, or some like ancient DNA that will, I don't know, save the planet or something, or the
Infinite
galaxy.
food glitch.
Infinite food glitch. Whereas the fissure is just like the difficult to travel in area to get to the font. So the first thing that I think we should do is pick which prompt we want to go with.
Yeah, it does say we make this decision as a group.
I like the scorched.
So let's take just a couple minutes and like read through. and
Whoa.
then we can come back together and.
Sorry, I want to read this one out loud because
Yeah.
it sounds really cool, but I'm not going to go for it. You come from a golden city collapsing under graft and corruption.
What is graft?
I don't know, but it sounds sick, don't
It
it?
does sound pretty good.
I know Godric knows about grafting.
Oh, true.
Ugh.
So yeah, we can take a second and read through them, and
Yeah.
then come back when we've made a decision. Editor, do your magic.
All right, so we are confirmed going to be doing you come from a prison colony on the edge of a crumbling empire.
I just realized we could do it like a combo, sort of. You escape from a government research facility. Like you're one of the test subjects. We don't have to do that.
Yeah?
Let's just play this game 100 times and do every possible prompt.
No, we can just do the
Prison one?
prison. Let's keep it simple.
Okay. So first step is to describe an image of life in this world. Ask the other players about the images they describe, discuss what the images say about the world you live in, share ideas about what the fissure may look like and how your group might enter it. I think when I see you come from a prison colony, I see like a structure like hanging over the edge of a cliff but surrounded by jungle. So like from the cliff there's like waterfalls coming down, and like the way that we got out of the prison is by jumping down into the water below, and the fissure is the jungle. Thoughts?
Why is
Alright.
the prison in the jungle?
I had the
I
opposite
don't know.
thought. I thought the cliff was overlooking the fissure below.
Yeah, I thought that the water we jump into is the fissure. Well, I didn't talk. There's no, but like the way you described it, I thought you were gonna be like, and the river below, like in this canyon, is the fissure.
Oh, like one small thing. I was just thinking like the whole jungle below.
Oh, I thought that. Oh,
You see what I mean?
I do know. It took
Yeah.
a second.
Like the prison structure is like surrounded all around, but like the jungle below is kind of like the deeper jungle, the fissure. level jungle. I don't know. That's my initial thought, but you know what I call it.
I know I'm putting too much thought into it. Why is there a prison in the jungle?
So that we don't escape.
Yeah, I mean, if you do escape, you're
Oh.
probably gonna die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah.
What an awful commute that must be.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably.
I guess they
terrible.
probably live there.
I'd imagine so. Yeah.
Yeah, or they could like, depending on the setting, like maybe the people that put
Helicopter.
people in prison, yeah, bring people in by airship or by boat, right? If we're like talking about the water or whatever,
Bitches love boats.
bitches love boats.
I could see like a blimp-style airship.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And then that's how they get to and from. But the prisoners obviously don't have access to such airships, so they either have to jump into the ocean and swim back, or brave the fissure, which no
Mhm.
one's gonna do but us.
Yeah.
We're gonna swim back.
The Suicide
I'm
Squad.
just kidding. Yeah, Suicide Squad.
What else do we think?
It says
about
crumbling
this world?
empire, so I imagine like this isn't gonna be super relevant probably for super long, but I think like the guards are probably disgruntled. We're probably just doing like
Probably not. Ooh,
ooh.
maybe like the prisoners have kind of revolted because they're not getting like the guards are already like probably short staffed.
Ooh, like
They're
maybe,
not getting supplies that they should, so
maybe
like
there
some of them are
hasn't been
sick.
an airship in like a year
Like
or two.
it might just be that the guards just let us out. Like if it's got to a certain degree of
Of badness.
just, yeah.
So maybe it was like
There's
during
cannibalism.
maybe like during a prison break
Not by
that
us.
we like tried to escape.
Yeah, I think it's either like during a prison break or maybe like the despair sets in, right? Like maybe the guards realize like we're not getting paid anymore, they're not sending supplies anymore. We're watching these prisoners for nothing. The least we can do is give them a chance to like brave the fissure. Like maybe they'll make it through, you know what I mean? Because otherwise we're all gonna die.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna go like much darker. They're running out of food. Who are they gonna feed? The prisoners or the guards?
I thought that was why they're letting us go.
Oh, I figured that they would have just.
No, I think this is after that. Like everyone's too hungry and tired to fight anymore.
Mm,
Like sure, like people have already been killed or whatever. And so it's like the guards aren't like, I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm like, for me, if I'm a guard in that situation, I like, what's the point of me eating every other prisoner just to then starve to death, right? Like I'd rather try to leave.
oh, like the food is out.
Yes, I'm saying like
Cannibalism.
people are going
Ew.
hungry. It's either are we going to eat each other or are we going to leave, right?
Mhm.
And the guards decide, well, I'm going to fucking leave.
And eat strange plants in the jungle.
And we're like, yeah, try to brave it to the fit. Maybe the font is infinite food glitch, right?
So that'll be kind of interesting because then one of us might be a prison guard.
Oh yeah, someone else. Yeah,
Oh,
someone could be a
dibs.
prison guard in that in that scenario. Yeah,
I like that.
yeah. Because I think they just realized, oh, the kingdom's given up on me. Why do I care at this point?
Yeah. Time period. Do we want to say like
4 p.m.
high fantasy because of like airship stuff?
The
But
ships are real, Damien.
I was thinking steampunky.
steampunk.
Ooh, that could be cool. We never do
Steampunk in the
steampunk
jungle.
stuff. So
Yeah.
jungle punk steam,
Let's do it.
and that's why we were prisoners. Like that was like the labor of prisoners is cutting down the not Fisher trees
Yeah.
to go back and make, I don't know, steam or whatever. I don't know. what
Like
they use trees
wooden
for.
automatons or
Yeah,
something. Ooh, yeah, just like in
Pinocchio.
Or there could be a mine there. too.
Dishonored 2.
Or mine, yeah.
In Dishonored 2, they had like
I played some of that game, but I did not finish it.
they
I
had
should, but I
automatons that were like
Oh, they
did
did.
have mechanical
Yeah, I
components,
do
but
know
they
what you're
had
talking
like the
about.
giant wooden plates that were kind of over
They were
them.
sick. They were sick. What a good fucking game.
That was a really good one. Definitely improved upon.
Oh, dude, let's just do that for the custom one. You come from Dishonored 2.
Easy.
Easy clap.
You're actually the
Yeah, I'd like to just blink out of here. Oh,
Yeah, I want to
Okay.
be the font. Cool,
Maybe
cool.
the real font is the friends you made along the way.
It's not. Maybe
Could
though.
be.
It could be.
okay. So steampunk kind of a vibe.
So
What about what do you think the fissure may look like, and how might we enter it? So, I mean, we just kind of
if we're
The
talking
jungle,
about
but darker.
yeah,
or warped a
creepier.
little bit.
I imagine there's this really really old game that only the realist of listeners will know of. No, maybe they know of it. Only the realist of listeners will have played. called Super Mario RPG. It's really old. It's like on the Super NES.
Hmm.
But there was a part where you're going through a forest, but it's a maze, right? So you're trying to follow an NPC through a forest. And you like it's really easy to get lost, right? So that's what I imagine like the Fissure is like. It's like maybe a deeper, darker, spookier part of the jungle, where you just lose all sense of direction, right? So it's like a RNG if you're gonna actually find your way out.
To
Okay.
me, I imagine like the trees, like they obviously aren't growing sideways, but kind of. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
You know that picture of that tree by Ansel Adams?
No.
Okay. It's like that.
Okay.
I'll show you. It's a tree.
Why would we be going into the fissure then?
To not starve to death.
So
Maybe
we're
we
thinking
didn't
that
mean
the
to go into the
structure is
fissure.
like just, or the structure is just like in the middle of the fissure.
No, I'm thinking, yeah, like cliff structure,
Yeah.
and then on the cliff face is just water, like falling to water doom, and
Okay.
then all around it is fissure. Oh,
Where the branches
So
sort
does
of grow
sideways
in
tree?
one direct, like from like the wind.
yeah. They
It looks
lean.
like the tree is bent, but it's not.
Okay. So we have to brave the fissure in order to get to.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
I
Wait,
imagine
what
it
did
was
we
built-
land on? Why do we have to brave the fissure?
Because so the structure is on a cliff edge.
Mhm.
Down the cliff is just ocean. The rest of like the other
The
side
other
of Everett,
180,
the other 180 is the fissure
Okay,
of this.
which is
deep,
why
dark
they
jungle.
would
So
show
it's-
up in airship because you can
so
fly
it's
over.
not a work camp.
It can't. It can
Actually,
happen.
it could be because we could be gathering materials for like.
Yeah, like it could just
The
be
research
like
facilities.
the deeper.
Yeah, I can imagine.
part
I
of
imagine
this.
it's like normal jungle first, and
Because
then
they're like, you guys aren't real people.
Yeah,
You guys go out there. It doesn't really matter if you come back.
yeah. That's
Yeah, that
that's
too.
probably the vibe of it.
yeah.
And also, like, I imagine because of all the activity from the prison area, like the quote unquote fissure is just deeper in, and like
Mhm.
the area immediately around the structure has been,
Yeah, just rocks and trees and such.
yeah.
Yeah. Stone and bark.
Cool. Do we think we've sufficiently described this world?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to create your character.
Is the hardest part.
Can I write in this?
Yes.
Nice.
Come up with a title for your character. Names are forbidden in the fissure.
She's
Oh,
talking.
why are they forbidden?
I don't know.
There's a Rumpelstiltskin.
We're all leprechauns.
Mm-hmm.
I
Come
think.
up with a title for your character. Are we
Think-
thinking title like Dark Souls sub? Like, you know, as like, if I'm Melania, am I Blade of Mikola?
I think it can be that, or like I was gonna put down the snitch.
That's what I was also thinking. I wasn't sure.
Maybe you guys are both the snitch.
I'm not the snitch.
Okay.
I'm the worm. I'm not.
And the guard.
Yeah, that'd work.
Ooh, I could also just be called the traitor.
Wait,
Like,
did you
not
say-
all the guards were on the.
Okay, you said traitor. I thought you said
No.
traitor.
Oh, like
Like one who
goods.
like Joe. Yeah.
The traitor.
Yeah.
I had to really fight to not spell traitor instead of traitor. That's how I'm gonna have to say it now. Traitor. Like, the other guards weren't like on board with letting people out. But I was like, I'm gonna do it. I don't want to die here.
Do you have a title in mind?
I never do like nerdy techie people. I'm trying to think of like
The hacker.
not the hacker, but like the inventor. I'm imagining a dude that would like whenever he caught a glimpse of the airships overhead would like
Mhm.
draw sketches of them and try to figure out like what could possibly make them work.
The
Right.
artist.
The artist.
The inventor.
The inventor is what I was thinking of. Because like the sketches are really just a means to understand
Yeah.
how the airship works.
I was more thinking like from the mind of the people around you.
Oh, true.
You're just the guy
Yeah,
who
if they gave
sketches.
it to you. Yeah. Sketchers.
Get your head in the. I don't know why.
I thought of
Sponsors.
that too.
Yeah, do inventor.
No, you're not the boss of me.
The
I'm gonna do it,
maker.
though. Yeah, Geppetto. I'm going with inventor.
Okay. So now in secret, we choose a number
I'm gonna pick
2, 3, or 4, representing your vision. A low number represents an inward vision or self awareness, and a high number represents outward vision or perception. And then once you have that number written down, your resolve is 6 minus your vision.
Someone look.
So I can read.
And a low number represents flexibility, and a high number represents strong will. Once that is done, you come up with your boon. The boon is something that your character brings with them into the font. The character's boon is something deeply precious to them that no one else would have. Can be a part of their job or a function on the team, but it holds a personal meaning.
So it's basically just a personal item.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And now we go into introductions. Take turns sharing your title and boon. Describe your character's appearance, personality, habits. But do keep in mind that your vision and resolve are only known to you. And then you can ask other players about their characters, how they earn their title, the significance of their boons, yada, yada, yada.
I'll go first because this is the worst part for me because it's hard. I imagine. So they call him the inventor. He's like I don't know, not a very remarkable looking guy. He's probably like early 20s. Like, not because he's not super built like physically. He kind of got his nickname from finding ways to get the job done, but like the classic work smarter, not harder kind of guy. So instead of just like being one of like a bunch of guards like ferrying things back and forth, he did the classic conveyor. He would like start conveyor belts so he wouldn't have to move as much. He would find sturdy enough sticks to like lever things to make them easier to lift instead of just throwing his back out. Stuff like that. He has he's bald, I've decided just now. He wears broken glasses because the guards didn't give a shit if his glasses broke. And he's wearing, I guess, whatever the default prison outfit is in this world, because his clothes were like already not in great conditions when he got thrown in. I imagine they do what they do in real prisons, where like they have the section where they keep all your crap, which is where he would have gotten his like precious item on the way out, which is a broken compass that he tinkers with trying to fix, because that's like his first benchmark as like an inventor, right? Like, as he wants to fix this broken compass that currently only points like up.
Okay. Nice.
Well, where you wanting to go?
Go for it.
My title is the traitor, but I was a guard, but I was like kind of fed up, and I was one of the few who I kind of led the group that wanted to just free the prisoners and just didn't want to work anymore because we were literally working for nothing. We were running out of food. It didn't make a lot of sense to stay there. Might we share the boon?
Yeah, you can share the boon, but you can't share your resolve or your vision.
My boon is a locket with my sister's picture in it.
Oh.
I look like a normal person.
Same.
I pictured, Deb from what's it called? Dexter? The sister?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But in guard uniform.
Hog.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have the title of the Snitch. I think my character is an older individual with like long, stringy white hair.
Oh.
Pretty thin as well. I think he got the title the Snitch because when he initially got here, it was him and his wife. And he would snitch to get better accommodations for his wife until she died.
Dang.
So now he has a boon of a lock of her hair that he keeps.
Isn't it crazy that we call it a lock of their hair?
Yeah,
I wonder what the wordology of that is.
yeah, but I'm like, are you about to look it up?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because I wasn't going to.
Yeah.
I was just going to live in ignorance.
I was gonna speculate and then move on.
Would you guys like to continue?
No, I would like to
Living-
hear what a lock.
In ignorance.
No, let's hear it.
Listener, she's reading.
That's a fucking lot of words.
Listeners, we may live in ignorance forever.
Nah. Sorry, it was just like, there's all these words. This word's in Dutch. And I'm like, that's not what I asked, bro. Okay, it was. Okay. My brain's not. I'm reading, but it's not.
You're reading, but no, you're not.
Yeah.
Type energy. Yeah. No worries. You can leave. We can. Let's,
German lock of hair, a word of uncertain origin. Perhaps from a pie.
Oh, hair pie.
Yeah, I know. That's what. This is nonsense. I'm done with this. We'll have to live
Tune in
in
next
mystery.
time to uncover the mystery
We
of the
probably
word.
won't. We'll forget.
Yeah, I will. I will forget, but you won't. Add me in the Discord when you hear this. Maybe I'll look it up.
Yeah. Oh man, how do you think that we got in prison?
I know how I got in.
How did you get in?
Attempting to steal mechanical parts to create an invention of my own design. I'm not very sneaky.
I turned in my resume.
And because I was scared of getting caught and going to normal jail, I got into an altercation with one of the people that caught me and ended up killing him. So, and murder lands you in Impel Down.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, because I was thinking about doing murder as well.
oh, did I say murder? I meant double homicide. It's just double murder.
Ah,
I'm just trying to one up you.
okay,
Right?
no,
Homicide
that's
is just murder, right?
fine. Yeah.
Okay. But no, yeah, got caught, killed a guy out of panic, and then got sent to Impel Down.
Okay.
What about you? What are you in for?
I'm still trying to like workshop it, but what I have right now is that my wife had a stalker, and I killed that guy, and then my wife helped me cover it up. So it was like conspiracy
planned.
to murder,
Yeah.
like yeah,
Accessory.
And then she became
accessory,
and then
and
at
all
some
that.
point you
Tampering with
lied,
the-
so then you were like a liar.
yeah. So it was
There's
like
some
a-
term of
probably
like messing
quite a
with
few
remains.
things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Unlawful something.
So probably just all
All
of
of
that.
those. Yeah. What are you in for? I'm just kidding. You're
I work here.
What are you in for?
My sister used to be here
Oh.
in prison.
That's why you want to work here.
Yeah. She was one of the ones that disappeared in the fissure.
Oh no.
Ooh. So maybe you're also hoping to get like
Yeah.
some resolution.
Some answers.
Dang. Okay,
She
now
also murdered someone. No.
Murder,
Yeah, she'd have
murder.
to do something pretty bad to be in this prison.
probably yeah.
She was, I believe
made
she
an
was
example
framed
of.
for murder.
Oh.
She did a murder that I committed the murder.
Oh, but she took the blame for it
Yeah.
or something.
Mm.
I've decided just now.
Okay.
That's how these
We're all
things go.
murderers, bro.
We're
all
all
murderers.
murderers.
Yes.
I'm sure that's not
A
going
likely alliance.
poorly. Decide who amongst you has the humblest title. That player chooses the first test.
I don't think it's you. I pointed at CV listeners.
Okay.
You don't think it's
I don't
me?
think it's you.
I think it might be.
It's one of us
You.
for sure. I don't know who's humbler.
I think just inventor. Just
Yeah, but you're a snitch. I guess I don't know. I guess it's reader's choice if that's humble or not.
should we roll for it?
I don't think any of us have a really humble title at all.
Do we want to just roll for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Humble.
I'll be 1, 2.
Three,
You'll be-
four.
And then
Having
5,
or
6.
showing a modest or low estimate of one's own importance. We're like the opposite of that. The snitch, the traitor.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Your title is the traitor. Okay, I take it back. For some reason in my head, you became the guard once I understood you were a guard. Okay, then yeah. You want to just roll for it?
Yeah.
Is that cool with you?
Yeah.
I mean, 3, 4.
1.
It is you.
Okay. It is I. Hello.
I will then tell you what you have to do. Hello, listeners. I'm the explainer now.
Okay.
The current player, Damien, chooses a test from the list below and describes it with 3 senses.
Okay, let's see here. I'm not going to spoil any of these other ones because we're going to have to go through all of them eventually. Ooh, yes, this one. Follow something unseen. The map, or it's less a map and more just like a list of directions, says that once you make it approximately 200 paces out of the prison into the forest, you will want to follow the western breeze 400 more meters. As we're wandering through, the trees seems to completely eclipse the sun at this point, blocking out most light. There's been many times where you have tripped over roots in the path or perhaps a rock in your way. The darkness kind of causing you to barely even be able to see silhouettes at this point. And as we're moving along, we feel a breeze on both the left and right side of our cheeks. But without the sun to guide us, we don't know which way to go.
Which way is west?
Was that 3 senses?
So that was
Sight, touch.
sight, touch, and
I think you did sight.
I'm gonna, and then also on top of that,
Yeah.
but also additionally, as we're wandering through here, the surrounding area stops being like the chirps and scratches of various small critters, bushes rustling. We're not really hearing much of that. What we're hearing instead is
That was
like
really good. That was a good
voices.
win.
but it's almost like voices
Mhm.
in
It's
the
misty.
in the wind.
Oh,
Oh yeah, it's misty. It's misty there.
yeah, the OGs know. Each player rolls a die to see if they make it past
Not
the
yet.
test. Oh, never mind.
The next.
Oh, wait. The next clock. How about you let me do my
sorry,
job?
sorry.
Huh?
God
That
damn.
was a meme. Keep you on your toes. The next clockwise player,
That would be you.
that would be me, Wesley, describes what must be done to overcome the test, deciding which of the approaches below. Oh, sorry, I suddenly lagged. Blah 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 must be done to overcome the test. Deciding which of the approaches below best matches the group's methods. This will determine the die result needed to succeed. I'm
Oh man.
going with find or identify.
Well,
but-
describe how we're gonna go through it,
So-
and then we'll decide.
Okay. Maybe this is weird of me to say as the inventor. I think we just pick a direction and go. Because,
Are we allowed to discuss this?
yeah, we can discuss this.
Because moss typically likes to grow
Towards civilization.
no. North.
Oh.
Because it's like the most shaded area. But I guess
But it's dark in here, so we have to find or identify
Moss.
moss.
That's what I said. That's what I said, me.
All
Oh,
right.
so that's still find or blah, blah. You roll vision.
Yeah, and you're wanting to get less than or equal to your vision marker, or your vision score.
Yeah, less than or equal to vision.
Which then makes sense because, like, if you had a high vision number, you would need a 4 or less, which then means that it's because of the outward vision or perception that you have.
Yeah, that does make sense. Then we all roll. Wow.
I got.
Oh, nice. I thought I rolled a 6, but I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 5.
So at this point, regardless of the outcome of your roll, your group will move on to the next test. Your roll determines the toll the test takes on you. If you succeeded, describe how you overcome this test. If you fail, choose a new mark, which will be explained shortly, from the list and describe how it manifests. When the test has been resolved, check it off the list, proceed clockwise, choosing tests until all are resolved. So
we have done follow something unseen. I failed, which means that I have to look at the marks section. There are 4 different marks on here. There is haunted, which gives you -1 vision. Afraid, that gives you -1 resolve. Broken, which means that you may never enter the font. Or dead, at which point you haunt the survivors, interject frequently to remind them of their sacrifices and pretend their doom.
Start off with that one.
Marks
Can be chosen in any order.
you're playing with your
Though
buddies,
that
and
would
one of
be-
them's like, I gotta head out.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna force ghost you now. You're like, what are you doing?
I'm not going to choose that one, even though it would be kind of funny. At least not yet. I'm going to say haunted, and that's going to manifest by even as we get past this obstacle of trying to like follow the westerly wind, I still hear that whisper.
That makes sense that you would have less perception effectively because you're being like constantly bombarded by a sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, the haunted mark reduces your vision by 1.
Now I have 1 vision.
1 eyeball.
1.
You're not supposed to tell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sorry,
Damien's a
you
cheater.
don't know.
Listener, you all
have
forgot. No one heard that.
idea.
Editor, cut that.
Yeah.
To be honest, when
Don't.
I did read through this, it didn't really make sense why like you want to keep that one a secret, but you know, tomato.
Just
Tomato.
for fun.
I think it's so the person picking how to resolve it isn't swayed by like other people's
Oh,
stats.
true. Okay.
Yeah.
They might be like more focused on what their stat.
Yeah,
would
either
do
what
well
theirs
with.
or what they think it's cool. Like if I like for this one, for example, right? Like I'm based in unbiased, so I wouldn't have. But if I knew one of us, like you, like if I knew someone had a super low vision, I might be less wanting to make that one work, right?
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Next person.
Whoa! Can I
Right,
describe how I
sorry.
overcame the test?
Yes, please.
It's right there in the rules.
Oh, it is right there. In the
I
rules.
think we both did what. Well, at least I think by the time I almost said this, the trader started describing about moss and stuff, I was already like, I think I will just wing it. I know which way to go. I'm smart as hell. And I just happened to win the 50-50 and pick the right direction to walk in.
I rubbed the tree with my hand.
And you were like, moss.
Yeah. I felt a few of them to see primarily what direction the moss was facing, and then went
And then
west.
never eat soggy waffles.
Went with the west,
Mhm.
western.
Is that like a real life fact? That moss tends to grow facing north?
It tends to, like, obviously moss can grow wherever, but like it is in shaded areas and like the north side of trees and rocks.
Tend to be the most shaded?
Most shaded.
That's crazy. Bro.
Does that mean then that the southern hemisphere it'll be like moss will grow on the southern side predominantly?
Because your toilet, when you flush it, it goes the other way.
Yeah.
It's not true.
Have you been there? How do you know then?
It's just not how it works.
So how
They're
do
just-
I?
If
again,
that's how it works, it's because the toilets are just built different.
Yeah, built on the other side of the hemisphere of the equator. Excuse me. Is it my turn then, and then she
Yes.
picks the test, and then it'll be her turn, and you'll pick the test?
Correct.
August.
Oh, and do keep in mind about boons. On your turn, instead of choosing a test, you may sacrifice your boon to help another character carry on. Describe how you share time and how your boon brings aid or solace. Show the other character how they changed you and ask them why they carry on. The player chooses a mark to remove and play proceeds clockwise.
Huh. Yeah, I'm not doing that for you guys.
This fucked
Okay,
up.
well,
It's
Maybe
a
we'll
picture of my
bond.
sister.
Noted.
Maybe we'll bond throughout the.
Doesn't make sense that I sacrifice it. Like, I guess I'll toss this into the fire now that we've had this conversation.
Yeah, maybe that will make sense. I've picked mine. I've picked go somewhere forbidden,
ooh.
and I like to think we've heard rumors that there used to be an outpost in the fissure that was used that had more supplies that people use that were like, okay, hold on. We heard about the fissure outpost before. There are some rare materials that you could only get from the fissure, like we were talking about before, how sometimes you would send prisoners there. So there would be stories about this outpost there that they would kind of bunker down at. There was never really any clear directions of how to find it. But as we approach it, we kind of smell it before we really see it. It's like the smell of I guess there's no like pinky up way to say it. It's like the smell of dead bodies. It smells awful. It smells like dead bodies if you ever sniffed one. And then as we continue wandering westward, we then like hear the like and we hide in the bushes, and then we hear like different animals rustling like at like a really shitty gate outside of this outpost. And we can see like flickering lights and like old like signs that have been brought down and like ruined parts of the building. The gate is like holding up for now. Like it doesn't look like animals have been coming in and out. But we know that if we can get in there, we can like eat food and like replenish our strength, since we have been starving for a while now.
And then it's to you to describe what must be done to overcome the test, TM.
I think evade would make the most sense.
Okay.
Trying to just sneak past without being detected.
Yeah, like
detected.
sneak in without the animals noticing us. Yeah. That makes sense to me.
Okay.
And that is, you want to roll higher or equal to your resolve.
Ooh, okay. Ooh. Oh, 6.
Nice.
No.
Oh, no, not my friend.
I'm not giving up my locket for you.
Yeah, I got a 1.
And that is not higher.
That's not
Oh,
higher than
no.
my resolve. Oops. I mean, it kind of makes sense. I'm a frail old
I
man.
guess I can't give up my locket for you right now because we're already doing the test.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You would have to do it instead. Do you want to go first again and tell us how you fail?
No, I'll go last this time.
I think I see I like kind of identify in my brain what part of the fence would be the easiest to jump, and I do see like a couple of, I don't know, like fissured jungle cats. Picture them as scary or normal as you will. But then I look to my left and I pog because I see a rock. So I get the rock and I throw it as far as I can, and then when the cats go to investigate, I sprint and I jump the fence.
Sorry, I'm only picturing the cats right now, and I see them as like solid blue-eyed, but there's like 2 smaller eyes
Jesus.
kind of to the side, and they have 2 tails with barbs on them.
I was just gonna kind of. I don't know. I'm a guard. I know more about this outpost post than you guys, and I know that there's like a hatch
I think
that you can go in that like can be accessed from outside the jungle. It's like in case of emergency, like if there's a threat inside, you can go and you can like pop out into the jungle outside
Yeah.
the gate.
But it's still probably good to have gotten rid of them too.
well, I think too, like I think we're meant to like I mean, we can collaborate, of course, but like I think we can solve these challenges individually as well.
Yeah.
So I can do that, and then you can just walk in and be like, "There was a hatch, dumbass!" Like,
Like if you would have waited,
yeah, if you weren't throwing rocks,
or we can do a combination of you throw a rock like because there's around the hatch, like where we need access.
yeah,
And then you could throw a rock, and then it could be like teamwork.
yeah, teamwork, dreamwork, yeah, we can do that. So
Or
what
you
I just
can do
said
just
is only instead of hopping the fence, I jump down the hatch
Yeah.
Okay.
with
The hatch,
The trader.
so for my piece, the hatch is like connected to a ladder that goes down like kind of decently far because it has to go underneath like a lot of the roots and everything. But as I'm the last one to go down this ladder, and as I start going, the ladder has been long rusted,
oof.
so it snaps,
Goodness.
and then I fall, and I am now broken.
I was gonna say
Imagine it just
maybe like at the
snaps
last
my leg or something.
maybe one like got you a little bit at the last
Yeah,
second.
got your hand
Nah.
on the way down.
Yeah,
It makes me sad.
Classic broken ladder.
classic broken
Rusty ladder, man.
Gets you every time.
Yeah.
I do in video games, honestly.
So just a fall. and
Better find
then,
another way.
like you hear the ladder clang, and then just a snap. Ah! As I'm holding onto my leg.
Did you break your leg?
Yeah.
Oh, you took the broken very literally.
At least you have food, I suppose.
Ugh.
Not you. I mean, and that's why we're here.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you're right. That was poor
Hey
timing
man,
on
at
my
least
part.
you're not hungry. It's
Yeah,
okay.
sorry about
I'm
your
sure there's
leg.
medical supplies in there too.
oh,
Yeah, some
probably.
Tylenol.
So maybe we just kind of like make our way over and like set up a splint or something.
Yeah,
Oh, hold on, no, this is steampunk age.
yeah. Electric splint.
Yeah.
Splint but metal.
Yeah, steam powered splint.
Like maybe it's like
Oh man, I
something
totally
you
forgot it
put
was
your-
steampunk. I could have done like we hear the low like hum of machinery. and
Yeah,
you
I
could
forgot
see
it was
the smoke
steampunk too. We were
billowing.
like
Oh, Jesus
steampunk, and then it
Christ.
has not been
Yeah.
relevant even remote. Maybe the
actually-
hatch looked really steampunk.
Yeah, I'm actually a robot. It turns out.
It had the big
Go-
like.
I go
wheel we had
into
to
the
turn?
medical wing, and there's like a half cast looking shape, and I'm able to like put my normally you put a limb in there, and then it will like clamp around. So I rest up, put my leg in there, and then it like closes in on itself with like a bunch of like
And then
gears
a bunch of
turning.
whirring. It's like,
Yeah.
whirring, and then it's just like as you're hearing like bone being like shifted
Forced
back into place,
Yeah.
and like I'm able to walk on it now, but it's
Yeah.
painful.
At some point, steam gets let out.
Yeah, everything's steam powered.
Yeah, there's like exhaust
pencils,
pipes on
Yeah.
this for no
steam-powered.
Yeah,
reason.
dude, I'm not gonna lie. I think that shit's sick. Like every time I see anyone do anything in any steampunk setting, and it goes, and the
Yeah.
steam, that shit's so cool. Bro, I love it every time. Cool.
Yeah,
We have to incorporate more steampunk into this.
Yes,
It's just hard because we're in a jungle.
I'm steam.
Yeah.
I'm a punk. I'm a steampunk.
ooh, maybe it's gonna be some of the creatures that we
So I pick a
find.
test now.
True. Maybe they were science.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. You can pick a test, or if you want to forego doing a test, this is when you would be able to do your boon.
Oh wait, no, you pick
No.
a test.
You just did that test, right? No, I
I
did that
did the
test.
test.
You described it. So yeah, now you
I
pick the
described-
test.
Yeah,
And
and
then
then I'll
Amy will
describe
describe how we
how
overcome
to
it.
overcome
Oh,
Yeah.
it, or what must be done to overcome it. And that was go somewhere forbidden.
Yeah, that was Go Somewhere Forbidden.
Okay.
There are 6 tests. We continue this loop until we've completed all of them.
don't want you to be broken.
Better than being afraid. It's not.
It's really
But I'm
not.
trying to figure out a way to make it make sense. Maybe giving up my locket.
If you want to do
Be
that,
like, I lost someone too. I don't know why that's my voice. I'm a woman.
Oh. What if your
He's gonna steal
locket
my idea.
has a light in it?
never mind.
And whatever the power source is
Oh, he's stealing my
needed to get the clamp thing to work.
I was gonna say the same but different. I was gonna say that the locket is made of brass, which can be used to power whatever machine.
Oh,
but afterwards, it would destroy the locket,
Like conduct the
like a
electricity
one-time
through
use.
or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
If you wanted to do that.
Have you been in prison for a long time?
Yeah. For like a long, long time.
Maybe
one
you
of-
knew. Maybe you met my sister, and then we talk about it.
Okay. Do you want to role play it?
Listener, she's laughing.
I was just gonna be like, so my sister, right?
It's am I right,
No.
Buzz?
All right, I do want to give a little like agree on some background, and then
Okay.
we can role play it. Like, I like to think that maybe you helped out my sister at some point.
Okay. Yeah, probably like after my wife died, I still am known as the snitch. But I was a lot more
Like you-
friendly.
You believed my sister's innocence, even though most people didn't.
hmm
And then, yeah,
Or maybe when you snitch, and feel free to ignore this, I'm not in the scene, but maybe you would only snitch against like able-bodied men, and so like you never, you made it a point to never like go out of your way to inconvenience her sister, even when you could have snitched for something.
hmm
Maybe.
Maybe it wasn't like targeted at just able-bodied men. Maybe it was just based off of what they were trying to do. Like I never like snitched on someone like taking an extra
Yeah,
bit of
trying to
bread
eat,
or something.
yeah.
But when I overhear like I don't know someone trying to smuggle in drugs or something, I'm like, nah, let's not.
Friendship is the only drug I need.
Your sister was a good kid.
she was. She didn't belong in this prison, not prison.
Yeah, there's a lot of us that definitely did belong, but I don't think she was one of them.
I'm trying to remember what we decided the locket, giving up the locket was for.
Powering some machine.
Looks like this thing's not gonna work. I'm like putting the other half of it like over top, but it's just not clicking together or anything.
I'm gonna open my locket and then like kind of take out the picture, because like behind it is a little like battery thing.
Okay.
Power source TM.
Yeah, there's tiny little exhaust pipes.
Yeah.
I'm like, here, it looks like this is the right size.
Thank you.
I did the steam too early. I'm sorry.
No, there's multiple steam. Like it's steam in multiple stages.
Yeah,
of it.
it's all steam.
Yeah.
It's actually just steam around his lake.
There isn't a lake there anymore. Just steam. Always has
Oops,
been.
all steam. Not enough punk.
Yeah, then it shoves a metal rod in his way, like it hurts like hell, but now he's not broken.
Yeah.
And now he's an inch taller?
Yeah, and like more attractive.
Isn't it crazy that people do that? People have done that, broken their shins to get taller.
That's
Yeah,
it's
that's
so
That's
wild.
wild.
to me.
That is not very steampunk
No.
of them.
That is not. If I'm reading this right, it says instead of choosing a test, you do
Yes.
this, and then
You remove
so
one
then-
mark.
and then play proceeds clockwise.
Yeah, so she gave up her progression to heal
And then
your
you
leg.
remove the mark.
Okay. Sweet. I
A
can
So
now.
mark.
now you remove the haunted mark. Can you imagine?
No, I want to be able to get into the font. Man.
Yeah, don't we
Then
all?
you're just like, bye. I'll see you if you come out from the font.
Okay. So now I'll choose another test for us to do. I'm gonna say we're gonna need to find something necessary. we're continuing to move around this outpost. There a decent amount of supplies kind of like hidden around through here, but more importantly, we stopped here for information. The only directions that we really had was to make it to this outpost, and we need to be able to find the way out. We're moving through and checking ledger after ledger until we come into a room where we see one of these weird jungle cat things with the like two tails and everything. However, it doesn't have a normal feline front left leg. It's actually all mechanical with steam coming out of it. We're hearing the slow like of the steam coming out of this feline creature's leg. And we're also seeing in here, looks to be a bed for this creature. A collar with a little name tag underneath it. It's still hard to make out.
There's no names in the fissure.
There's no names.
Title tag.
The title tag. Title
says
screen.
The cat.
There's also a bed, like a larger bed, presumably for a human-sized person. This creature is currently curled up on top of that human-sized bed, currently sleeping. But underneath it, we see a booklet, presumably the booklet that we need to find our way to the font. We can just barely make out the words activity log.
Have fun with that one, Wesley.
We kind of got options. Like I could see anything but the first one really, because so for each one, my brain. So for empathize or withstand, I'm thinking, oh, bro, he's friendly. He's a little, you know what I mean? Like, that was a good guy. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. That was steam, not hissing. Or challenge or destroy, we kill it. Or evade or disassemble, really would just be evade, and that would be more stealth.
Mm-hmm.
We've already done stealth. I kind of want. I don't know what I want, to be honest.
Well, dissemble, we could be like, we split up and one of us gets chased.
I think that
And
would be
flavor-wise, it could be the one that fails.
Yeah, well, unless we, yeah, and then if multiple of us fail, we just split up, but we accidentally split up the same way.
like because there's no discussion, we're like, okay.
Oh, but that's still the same role though. Let's do. I feel like. Oh, here's what I want. I want to challenge. Oh no, I guess that would still be disassemble. Maybe I can swing it to be challenged. Maybe I just make it disassemble.
What is it that you're
I'm
wanting?
trying to think.
We have 6 tests. We have opportunities to
We have 4 tests.
We have
Well,
4 tests left.
yeah, it's this or that, but it's one roll, so it's like the same test.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Oh, you mean test?
Yeah, like tests
Not-
before we get to
I guess
the
you're right,
font.
yeah, it
like
doesn't matter
we
if
could,
we
if
double
it
tap.
doesn't make sense.
I want to. What I'm thinking is either we can try to distract it while someone gets it, or what I want to do. No, I'm the inventor. This is what I'm gonna pick. I want to find a way to disable his mechanical arm, and that way he can't really chase us because he's 3-armed cat now instead of just a cat.
Wouldn't that be destroy?
That would be destroy.
Or disassemble.
That's dissemble, which means like disperse.
Oh, I can't read, guys. I need glasses. Audio listeners, I am wearing glasses.
No, dissemble is a weird word.
Yeah, I guess destroy.
You
then.
want it to be disassemble, but it's not.
Yeah, I really do. Yeah, challenge or destroy. We're trying to
disable its arm.
find a way to either. I guess if you succeed, I guess we'll have to talk about this as a group after our rolls. But if you my character's gonna go for the arm. If someone else succeeds and I fail, especially, and you want to kill the cat, I don't know, kill the cat. I guess my goal is to kill the arm of the cat for science.
Okay.
And what you need to roll is less than or equal to your resolve.
First success,
Let's go,
baby.
First failure.
I got success.
Hey, only one of us failed, and it was me. So I think how I fail is that I go in with like, I guess I'm a big fan of rocks now. So I have 2 rocks that are perfectly shaped to shove into the exhaust of this cat,
Mhm.
and then his arm will blow up from steam. But as I'm sneaking, tiptoeing over, I don't notice, I don't know, some debris on the floor, and I kind of like, you know when you like almost trip and you stop to catch yourself? I do that, and then it sees me, and it
Gets you.
gets me.
And I think to kind of carry on with that, it does like start lashing out at you, but then the trader and I rush in, and like one of us holds this thing's like head and like front shoulder kind of area. The other one like holds the hind legs and the tails back. As you probably grab the book and run after receiving your wound.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do haunted, mostly, not necessarily by, like, I imagine my dude's never really seen too much death, and so like seeing like the cat almost killed me and like being scared brought me back to when I was scared and killed the guy who caught me stealing, and so now I'm like reliving that moment.
That's good.
Thank you. I thought of it just now when I failed. And now we have it. The
Yeah.
thing necessary.
And the trader and I just kind of like shove the cat over and like rush back, slam the door shut, and we can hear it just kind of like scratching at the
all,
door.
we can still hear the steam coming out of the arm.
Yeah.
It's actually a vaulted door, so we like as we shut the door, and a lot of steam comes out.
Then you're like, is this dangerous to the cat? Like, is there just steam building up in the... Why is everything steam?
No, I think we also saw a vent.
I imagine
that's
us
fun.
now just like open up one of these
And
food...
there's actually a bunch of cat food in there.
no, open up one of these food packs and it's just steam comes out. There's like little exhaust pipes coming off of
All
food
the food
package.
options, you have to steam them. But luckily, there's steam everywhere.
Yeah.
They're just like, stick that in your pipe and steam it.
God damn it.
And that's what you do. That's
And
how you. That's
yeah,
the
dude.
instructions
Now
on
you
the
have steamed
package.
rice.
They're like, find the appropriately sized pipe. It shouldn't be hard.
The most common like food brand is just steam it.
I have to change my stat. My turn to pick a test. I'm gonna say really, I almost said there's a giant boulder. I'm gonna pick
Rolling down the hill. There's steam coming off of it.
I'm gonna choose cross treacherous terrain, and we collect ourselves after our encounter with the cat,
TM.
and then we open this map or these directions, whatever the important thing we recovered that tells us how to get to the font, and then we notice that from where we're at, we have to go northwest, and travel until we reach a place called. Oh man, what do I want to call it? I don't know. Like the magma stream. Yeah, we all have
Okay.
that. We all have Damien's exact reaction where he like raised the eyebrow and
Like
kinda,
a
what the fuck? And so we start heading northwest, and then it's literally almost like we're walking, and it's like what it has been so far, like spooky Fisher Forest, and then like it's like we hit a line and then loading screen. There's no actual loading screen, but then it's hot. It's like muggy, like humid. You can feel like the moisture sticking to your skin,
So it was like 2 days ago.
like 2 days ago exactly.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a jungle.
Yeah, but hotter. Like instead of a rainforest.
Sorry,
like,
it was
heat
just like you
forest.
just described the jungle.
But to the point where we even see like we like look around and we even see like new like bugs and new like animals around.
Oh.
Like the weird cats that we were seeing before. Now we see feline like creatures that are like they have less fur. Some of them have no fur.
Ugh.
And instead of like kind of stalking us on the ground, they're like in like the trees that are now become like more barren and have less leaves growing on them.
Their skin can be the color of bark.
Their skin's the color of bark to help them blend in.
That's terrifying.
Sorry,
Their
you're
eyes are
supposed to
now like
describe.
red rather than the blue that we've been seeing.
And then we like the last thing before we actually arrive is we hear like bubbling, and then we cross like the last little stretch of land, and then we see the magma stream, right? And it's just like a rift in the ground, a fissure, if you would. Play on words, we're already in the fissure. But like a rift in the ground that's like, I don't know, wide enough to be a problem. And then it's just like magma and like random pieces of like actual ground that looks like it could like be overtaken by the magma any minute. Any minute. You see like skeletons of animal carcasses in there. Yeah, we gotta cross it.
You're saying magma stream, and I'm just thinking of just a bubbling massive magma that's just like, hey guys, welcome back to the stream. We're gonna be.
This is magma.
Yeah, the first descendant just dropped. Gonna be giving it a try. That's crazy. I didn't even think of that. That's crazy. That's the problem. We gotta cross it. Cross this treacherous terrain.
How are we gonna do it?
Okay. I think I'm just gonna decide how we should do it and then find a rule that fits.
Yeah.
We change into our magma-proof shoes. And then we just walk across.
There we go. You're an inventor.
Yeah, I'll make them right now. If magma don't melt.
Easy. Damn it, dequote error.
There's like bits of ground, right? You said
Yeah, like scattered around the.
that we can still kind of.
Yeah, you're not sure how sure that footing is, but that footing is there.
I was just thinking we just go across on the ground parts. The way you described it, I assume it's like in video games.
Yeah,
where
sometimes you might have to jump
like
in
some
between.
of the jumps are challenging,
Yeah.
but like
But if you're good enough at platforming, you could do it without taking any damage.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm just not sure
What that would be.
because I would think that I was thinking withstand, but I don't know if it means like mentally withstanding something or like physically withstanding, because what would get us the most is like the heat.
I think that makes sense if you want to use with
In
sand.
fact, it is the heat that gets you, not the humidity this time. But like so,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you want to use
withstanding
that
the
roll.
heat because we're literally jumping over magma.
Yeah.
Like that's hot. That's awful.
So, what role do we think that
So
would be?
it'd be
With sand.
you roll withstand. You roll higher or
Oh,
equal
gotcha.
to your vision.
Oh, that's gonna be easy for me.
Thank God.
There we go.
I failed.
No.
Oh no.
It's my first failure.
Hey, everyone's failed once. Look at us. Go team.
Let's stop failing after this.
Yeah, please.
I think because I am so frail that I don't actually have enough weight to like push down all of these floating bits of like rock.
They're
that are
floating?
Yeah, they're kind of like on a sea of magma.
Oh.
That's why we're not sure, like, because it looks like if you step on it,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So like as I just kind of like nimbly just hop between these ones, and I just don't have enough weight to like
Make
push
it
them
sink.
down. Yeah. How do you make it through?
Honestly, I think I just copy you. I'm like, yeah, he went first. They look fine, and then I do it maybe a little less nimbly. But I just think it makes sense to be like, I'll just take the path he took. And then,
Yeah. Oh, and maybe you can see like based off of where I
Yeah.
stepped, like if it wobbled in any direction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, easy.
I'm just gonna like in my brain, I go last, and you guys, because of the little bit of weight that you guys have been putting on there, the last one is kind of like,
Oh, it's slowly sinking.
yeah, it's kind of got, you know, like a layer of
Mm.
magma
Yeah.
that started cooling, but like it's still magma.
Hot. Yeah.
So I was thinking, like, when I jump onto it, like my foot, like the rubber on my sole starts melting a little bit, so I kind of get stuck,
Ooh.
and then I trip, and like my hand lands like on the not full magma, but like
Hot.
Yeah.
hot ouch rock,
Mm-hmm.
and then I don't know which one that would be.
It could be broken. It could be afraid, like this has left both a physical and like a mental scar.
I'm gonna do afraid because you ever seen when people throw like organic matter in lava? It explodes.
Yeah, because of the.
So I figured small explosion, like basically. Not there's lots of steam.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, naturally.
There
The-
would
the
be
little-
actually because
little
it evaporates
exhausts coming out
all
of
the
the
water.
magma.
So like maybe it's just like my fingertips,
Mm-hmm.
like because I was like doing my best to like not.
Not
Flat
shoved in
hand.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then they still it was just like a shocking noise and like
Mm-hmm.
sound and smell.
And sensation too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was more of a burning sensation.
Okay.
I love you.
Love you.
Yeah, failure. I love it.
Go team.
All right. Oh, hey, and you're up next to give us a test.
So we crossed the river of magma.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. We have successfully crossed the river of magma.
Well, the magma stream.
Mm-hmm. Hey guys,
Thanks
welcome
again
back
for
to
the
stream.
donation. Shout out to the trader. Thanks for the 50 bits. Bits of your finger. It's because.
I was gonna say thanks for the tip,
Hey.
fingertip. I don't know. I don't know why this is such a hard decision. Because I don't want to be the one that does the last one, you know?
Mm. Well, you're not. Oh, you're not gonna be right.
No, but I don't. The sixth option.
Oh, you don't want to do that one? So do the other one.
Yeah, do the other one.
I know.
I guess it's hard to like invent one of those. I believe in you. Joseph would have died so fast in this. Like he would have just picked that first.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He'll just be like, oh, I get to fuck with you guys? Done.
But, like, you're fucking with yourself, too. So he doesn't care.
Yeah, he died in Slaying Dragons too.
I'm gonna do confront something terrifying.
Something spooky.
Ooh.
I don't know why I can't think. I can think of stuff, but
Taxes.
they feel lame.
Do it.
Do it, man.
Because I was like, cats. There's been lots of cats.
Has been lots of cats.
Yeah.
Lava cat.
Whoa.
Oh.
Like, cat, it looks like the naked cats,
But lava.
but like, its skin is like black and cracked and glowing
Ooh.
between the cracks.
Oh.
That's sick.
Yeah.
And his eyes are like glowing bright orange.
Oh, orange.
Yeah, that's not lame.
Yeah,
That's
And he
dope.
breathes fire.
I'm gonna steal that. I think. The fire breathing is crazy. I would not see that coming. for
So
some
do we
reason.
like walk up on him like attacking some other small creature, or
Or does he walk up on us?
and we are the small creature?
I like to think that we're walking and we're like almost clear of volcanic area.
The magma biome.
And then he does the classic thing where he just jumps down in front of us, unseen from, like, he was, like, lurking up on, like, some of the rocky outcroppings.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then he was just, like, blending in with the other, like, magma-y rock. And then just, in front of it, right in our...
The music changes and his
I guess it
HP
could have
bar
been-
comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he does a roar, and then, that's when the health bar...
The music
Yeah.
changes, yeah. I love when people use video game stereotypes.
It's
and
such a good
TTRPGs.
way to
It is good.
describe
It
it, too,
really
because
is,
then you
yeah.
know what they
Because I
use.
saw the cutscene, right? When he, like, we're just walking and he's, like, stalking us and we see it from, like, his
Ooh.
POV almost, like, behind him in the
Ooh.
camera.
Yeah.
Sorry, and his roar sounds like bubbly and like rocks grinding together.
Ooh. This
Okay,
is
sorry.
good. I'm going to use this.
It's lava
It's so
cats,
much cooler
comma,
than it sounded in my
devourer
head.
of escapees.
A lot of things are, I feel like.
I was
Sometimes
like,
I'll
this
think of
isn't that
something and
cool,
I'll be
but
like,
then
this
I was
is
describing it out
cringe.
loud. I was like, no, this is sick.
This is, yeah, exactly. It turns out cringe is in this season. You have to describe it. Whew, I was like, I don't know. When I'm
You're like, what the fuck are we gonna do? It's magma
I
cat.
was like, we're cooked, I guess. Pun intended.
Upon arrival of this creature, the snitch like tosses a rock at it, and it just measly bounces off of its skin. Realizing that we have no weapons, we have to find some other means of delaying this creature so we can run. As part of this thing, there is like so on the right hand side is like the larger mountainous area, but then off to the left there is a lot of stalagmites kind of like coming up.
Stalactites.
Stalagmites.
Because
Because it's from
stalagmites
the
come up.
ground.
Oh, shit. Wait, what did you say?
Stalagmites. Because it's from the ground.
The stalactite? No.
Stalactites are on the ceiling.
How did I knew a way to do that before.
tight to the ceiling is
Touch
what
to the ceiling is what you do?
yeah.
Okay. I corrected you wrong. Please continue.
A bunch of stalagmites.
Stalactites.
Um,
Sorry. I'm done.
we might be able to like hide or serpentine our way through there.
Oh, like we're small enough
Like he is
compared
too
to the
wide
cat.
to-
Yeah, like
comfortably-
he's pretty large, so we
I
might be
imagine
able to like move through
swiping
there.
at us.
Yeah.
He can swipe and maybe like destroy some of these things, but like
we can get through it a lot
This
quicker
is a
than you can.
boss fight.
it's a boss
Yeah,
fight.
it's one of those bosses where like the tooltip comes up again. It's like sometimes it is best to run from an
Yeah.
encounter.
And you're like, nah, it'll be
A
fine.
boss fight you're not meant to win.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
get a really cool
It
item if you
Gets
defeat
you
it.
to the next scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Elden Ring when you initially fight that one.
That's like every
Creature.
FromSoft game, I think. Are you talking about like in the tutorial area?
Yeah,
And you lose to the
tutorial
boss
area.
at the end?
You're supposed to lose to him
Yeah.
because you're supposed to die, and
Mhm.
Because dying is a mechanic, basically.
yeah. Not in this though.
Yeah, hopefully we don't do that.
Yeah, to me it sounds like an evade.
Yeah.
Or we could do what I wanted to do earlier and be like, oh, who's a good boy? And empathize.
Maybe.
No, yeah, evade sounds
Yeah.
like what you're going for.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think evade makes the most sense.
Greater than or equal to resolve.
Damn, that's a crisp 6.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness
It's
it says
greater-
greater than or equal to.
Yeah. Greater than or equal to your resolve. Did you fail?
Yeah. I
I
got a
don't know.
win.
Oh no. That's like a mega fail.
Right? That's great. Wait, is there like a crit fail in there?
No, there's no crit. Is it? No. No.
No, there's no crit fail. I was just for emphasis that
Yeah.
I have an idea.
yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
My hand hurts.
Mhm.
I'm in agony.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I don't have my locket anymore. I'm not clinging to life like I used to. And it's pretty, like, I like to think that, like, he starts breaking through, like, maybe we get to a spot where there's, like, more space between the stalagmites.
Mhm.
So it's going to be tougher to evade him. And then I just kind of, like, slow down. And then I'm like,
Like
In
to
the
be
back.
bait.
yeah. And then I die.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
dude.
and I
Damn.
haunt you guys.
Okay. Damn. It's always so sad when someone picks the death option.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to check out the dead option.
That's valid. That's valid.
Okay, no, that's
Mechanically, I
fair.
appreciate you.
I was actually thinking about trying to use Boone to undo the dead, but
Bro, no, bro. Look at this. I got this compass here. It was actually pointing to our friendship the whole time.
well,
Actually, that would be hilarious. Just be like, what
my
is your boon?
my Boone is a lock of hair from my wife.
Perform a
However,
ritual.
no, my plan was
Steamy
that
ritual.
lock of hair was actually hiding a shiv that I have that then I stabbed the cat with, thus
Oh.
preventing your death.
No, but you can't do that. Because you can't do it mid-test, right?
We
Because on your
would've-
turn,
we-
you have to do it instead of picking it.
Right,
up.
right,
like
right. But that
flavor-wise.
flavor-wise, that's what
Oh.
would have happened.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes sense. I don't know.
I don't know if that.
I don't know if you want to die, so you can be a ghost.
Yeah, but I mean, like, trying out the death
Yeah.
kind of an aspect could be fun, too.
She would have one test to do it.
What does portend mean?
Portend?
Prophesize. I'm guessing.
Oh,
You sounded so sure.
he didn't sound sure at all. Oh yeah, be a sign or warning that something is about to happen.
You're gonna die just like me. Damn. Rip the homie. Oh, my title could have been the homie.
Yeah, we succeed by using
Sorry.
your death as
Yeah, as a means
a
to escape.
means to escape.
Yeah, that works for me.
Yeah.
R.I.P. the traitor.
All
The
right.
traitor stayed loyal to us in the end.
True.
I think the traitor's hand really hurt,
Yeah, guys, I would like to escape, but
and she was
Ow.
kind of like,
Maybe the
I
font.
don't think my sister could have survived this
Oh, that's right. I forgot you came
because
here
she was
looking for
by herself.
answers.
She had wandered
Yeah.
off by herself,
Mm.
so she was like, I feel like I came here for nothing.
Kind of like a give up hope type scenario.
Yeah,
That's really sad.
that is really sad.
sorry.
No, it's okay. I mean, it's good, I think. It's
Yeah,
just sad.
I mean, this is a game about hope and loss.
And
Unlucky.
loss of hope.
Yeah, apparently. They should add that to that.
Okay,
Your turn.
we got a lot of choices here.
Yeah, we're spoiled for choice.
We're gonna say remove a hindrance.
I'm the hindrance. I'm haunting you.
Dude, just pick up the ghost and
Ooh.
put it somewhere else.
Oh, easy. So we look at the notes that we got from that log that we picked up from the outpost. We're now far enough away from Lava Cat, the eater of escapees.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't see his health bar anymore. The boss music has changed.
Yeah.
In fact, the biome has shifted
Nice.
away from the lava kind of an area and back to like the warped woods. We look at the notes and we see that we should be pretty close to the font. However, as we look ahead, we see that the jungle has opened up to just a field of purple flowers. Just pretty large open area, maybe like 500 feet by
Meadow.
500 feet or something, like large radius.
Ooh.
And we see a bunny just kind of like hopping out through here. Exhaust pipes coming out of its back,
Mhm.
steam going through. The normal.
Yeah.
But as it kind of jumps through, it's starting to kick up some of this like purple pollen. And we see the bunny just flop over.
Dang.
I'll remove it with fire.
We
I'm.
more senses. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh,
We've seen pollen. We've seen flowers. We've seen a bunny.
We are smelling like a sickly, sweet
I had the same idea.
kind of a smell,
the same
um,
exact description.
where it smells like sweeter than honey,
Mhm.
but
Ooh.
there's just something weird with it. Like every now and then, it almost smells like sulfury, but there's still
Ew.
that sweet kind of like intermixed with it, and it is again eerily quiet.
Oh, you hear our ears. So I think we go to flowers, they kick up pollen, and we die.
Does this mean I don't get to play anymore?
Yeah, but you get to talk shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pretend our doom.
You guys are gonna fucking die in this field, bro.
Yeah.
Avenge my sister. I don't know how that means. What? I'll just be spooky. I'll just be like, go into the flowers.
I think
Ooh.
I'm gonna do.
Come join me in the flowers.
That's crazy. That's spooky.
Ooh, I'm like walking through the flowers and like running my hands against them, and then, like, even though my form isn't corporeal, like it's still, the dust still comes off the flowers.
That's fucking wild.
Like I'm following the path that actually shows you like the path to the font, but
Like we actually see your form kind of like materialized from the pollen
ooh yeah,
as like a more dense concentration of it, and it's still just like brushing up against the other ones, kicking up yet more.
so I'm showing you the way, but like
Also hindering.
the
us.
way is just death, bro.
Yeah.
I think what I want to do is that in the notes we'll see something like an aside that mentions that if you manage to get close enough without inhaling too much of the pollen, you could eat one of these flowers, and thus and that would give you temporarily immunity, like the boluses in Elden Ring.
Yeah.
But only one, like an aside to that aside is right under that specifies that only one prisoner has attempted this and no one saw him do it. So it's like,
Oh, like a.
and no one
maybe-
else is there to attempt it, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
that's like the best bet we have at this point. Like,
You
guess-
guys can use the flowers that I already took the dust from.
yeah. So I guess we're
Oh yeah.
having a quick snap.
So I don't get to roll.
I don't think so.
Mm.
You can if you want, I guess, just to see if you would have passed. Or you can sit down and eat with us, even though you're a ghost. To me, for me, it sounds like with sand, like
With sand.
trying to see if your body can take the flower you eat.
That makes sense to
Okay.
me.
When you want to roll equal to or greater than your vision.
I cannot fail it.
You did great.
Is that 5? Nice. I eat the flower and I go. I timidly walk into the pollen
hmm
and nothing happens. I start following the dense pollen, the traitor.
Yeah.
That's the sound of his footsteps.
Yeah.
He's stomping.
Yeah, the plant also makes you
He's
very.
like, yo, fuck these plants. That's what I'm imagining. You're
I like
stomping
that.
on the
I
flowers.
like that more than I like whatever else I was gonna say.
Oh, maybe
Sorry.
maybe we just like don't hear like much of anything, but once we've like imbibed on these plants, we're
Oh.
like starting to hear the traitor,
Hmm.
like voice and all.
Oh, is that me saying it?
It is now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm joining in, like, yeah, fuck these plants. And
Yeah.
I get on my knees and I start.
Fuck these plants, right, guys?
Oh no.
Oh no, I have to. Like,
And I'm just like,
kind of
this
tripping a
way
little
to the
bit.
font.
Okay. So, when the test has been resolved,
Did you-
check it off the
did you
list.
pass or
Proceed
fail?
clock. Oh, I passed.
Okay, cool. cool.
Yeah. I was just playing into the fact that we would probably be tripping if we were
Yeah.
just hearing like
Eating random plants. And, yeah. Cool.
choosing tests until all are resolved. Do you want to hit the last or
That's
step
it?
6?
Yeah, I'll hit step 6. That's actually step 5.
Yeah.
Survivors reach the font. Each describe it with a single sentence. If you still have your boon, share what hope the font represents to you. If you sacrifice your boon, acknowledge what even the font cannot change.
Dibs.
You sacrificed your boon?
No, I didn't.
What are you dibsing?
I'm dibsing. Just I'm going
Going
first.
first.
Oh. All survivors.
Survivors reach the font. Each
Yeah.
describes it with a single
I
sentence.
just wasn't done. Oh, you wanted to do the sense part first?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that part first. Yeah. Okay, you go first.
I'm gonna do sight because I've had this thought since like almost the beginning. We approach brushing away some like leaves and shit, to then see a still intact wreckage of an airship titled or called the Font.
I'm so glad that's what you were thinking. I too was thinking that. Yeah.
We can see that its main like blimp part is seemingly intact. I still have my boon. So as I approach and see this, I'm just like coming back, like maybe a flashback a little bit as I'm holding the lock of my wife's hair. And it's like a flashback of me and her on the airship
That brought you.
that brought us, also called the Font. I have now decided. Possibly the same ship?
The font, but with a U.
Yeah,
Wait, that would be crazy if it was the same ship.
I think it's the same ship.
Whoa.
That'd be cool, right?
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it's the same ship. But like maybe as I'm like walking around here and kind of like running my hand along some of the stuff, I'm seeing like the flashback of me and my wife on our way here, and then her leaning over and whispering, just like, if one of us doesn't make it, I think we should be buried at home. And kind of like clasps my hand tightly. Yeah, and that's the thing.
Neat. For me,
And that is supposed to be hopeful. Sorry.
I think hopeful as well. My pocket gets really hot. Not really hot. I guess hot. TM, like somewhat warm. I'm lukewarm. I'm playing it down more as I keep using different words.
It's cold. It's actually freezing. It's
Yeah.
frozen solid.
But yeah, my pocket warm, and I go, what the fuck? As we approach the font, and I pull it out, and I notice that my compass works. It's working now. Maybe it always has been. And I start like spinning in place, trying to see like what it's pointing towards, and then no matter what way I face, the compass is always pointing towards the font. And if I was more if I was paying attention to it more, I would have noticed when we entered that it would have been pointing towards the font the whole time. But I never put it on my pocket. So.
That's cool.
And then I start imagining like that now with this blimp I can go to the city of technology, Fontania, and I don't know, truly pursue my career as an inventor. After dropping you off at your hometown to bury your wife's hair.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And there's steam.
That's me.
Okay.
There's steam
I don't
coming
get
out.
to roll. Or I don't get to. I didn't. Yeah.
But even though Stevie cannot, all survivors roll 1d6 and describe the outcome. I'm gonna roll it and then talk about it.
Okay. Okay.
So roll 1d6, describe the outcome. If the roll is less than or equal to your vision, less than or equal to your vision, the font changes the dying world. Otherwise, the font changes you. I'm on the wrong page. I think. Which one did you get?
I failed, so the font is going to change me.
It is gonna change you.
Yeah.
Okay, I got the world. So I think, for me, what do I want it to change the world? So I think it's gonna start with I guess this will have kind of a delayed effect, but I think we're gonna find. Fuck, dude, this is hard. Change the world? I can barely change my sheets in the morning.
Make it,
What?
the way you said I could barely change my sheets in the morning, it makes it sound like you change your sheets every morning.
Day. I have one for every day of the week. I'm torn. I'm thinking either. Oh no, I know what I'll do. The fissure will be no more, and instead of a perilous forest, it will be replaced by like a lush and lively normal forest that isn't creepy and spooky. Um, the volcanic region will still be like, I guess, a warmer region. I guess it will still be a weird forest with the different like biomes, but instead of spooky and deadly, the animals will become more timid, and it will bring about a new age of science and technology. Because now Stevie has her hands up. She wants to interject. She's a ghost.
I think it'd be cool if there's a rock shaped like a large cat.
There's also a rock shaped like a large cat in the volcano biome.
That was it.
And now all the resources that people could scarcely get because you have to brave the fissure and possibly die or get eternally lost for them are now available for public research. And I was going to say farmable, but like it's discovered that they are produced naturally in this area, so we don't have to worry about depleting them. Therefore advancing our steampunk.
Maybe it's because the font was like expelling some kind of like I don't know, like polluting the land around it. So
Yeah,
like
I think-
literally
Some
its
kind of,
removal.
like-
If we're gonna
is-
do the slight fantasy of it all,
Scourge.
so like to bring in the fantasy aspect, I think the curses and like the hateful vibes
Mm.
of everyone who's been brought one to that prison into the fissure to go die was kind of like centered around the fault, like that feeling of despair that like we're all just here to die, especially once the kingdom stops sending supplies. Kind of like manifested in like around the font, and because no one's ever made it this far, right? But then once you and I make it this far, the font is suddenly the going merry, and now
Yeah.
it's happy, and then science.
Okay. Yeah.
Watch One Piece, listeners.
So the font changes me. What would it change?
It's hard, right?
As I'm running my hands kind of like along the handrails of the font, maybe even like flash forward a few hours when like I'm bringing you some supplies or like pieces of wood and things to like get it back up to a functioning state. My hand just keeps on kind of like holding on to this lock of hair. And like one tear kind of like runs down my eye, but I have like a grin on as I have a like change of heart kind of a thing. And maybe one of the night, like, or once where we have like a break or something, I'm just kind of like holding on to this lock of hair, and I just say, I think it would be a waste to just bury you. There's whole world to explore. Yeah, and then I kind of, instead of just going to hometown just to die, pretty much, it's like, let's go.
Let's see what
See.
there is to see. That's
Yeah.
cool.
There is
Now
more.
we roll again.
Rolling again.
If this roll is less than or equal to your resolve, you will reveal a great secret. Otherwise, you will bury a secret forever.
While you guys talk about that, can I talk about my ending?
Yeah.
Sure.
I like to think that as I like watch you guys go into the font and I kind of like turn into ghosty, not so polleny anymore, that like I turn around and then like my sister ghost, and then I just like walk through the meadow towards her, and then then we disappear, holding hands, and it's cute. And I'm like, sorry about that, sorry about the murder, but like cuter than that, nicer. Like, what do you think I am? Like, you think I role play or something?
Okay, so this one it says, reveal a great secret if you got your roll, if your roll is less than or equal to your resolve. Otherwise, you bury a secret forever. I have to reveal a great
You
secret.
have to bury a secret forever.
I think it's cool that you guys are getting.
The opposite.
opposite?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go first this time.
Okay.
Maybe just kind of like as we arrive back in like some form of civilization. Or I don't know, maybe a pelican is flying by and drops off a newspaper. You know,
Mhm.
another One Piece reference. I see it, and because the prompt says that we come on the edge of a crumbling empire, so maybe I look at that prompt, and then it just says like it mentions the king, and that the king or the emperor has been going like quite mad without any of his support system. And I kind of like look at it and I just say, sorry, son.
Oh, that's crazy. I don't know how to react to that. I think I don't even know if I would believe you, to be honest. I think I would think you're crazy. Not really. Well, I think I would just be so shocked, right?
It says a great secret.
Yeah, no, yeah, that
It's
makes
a
sense.
pretty
Yeah.
great secret. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking, yeah, that was crazy timing for the music to go out. I want to have like a moment with myself, and then I'm like, I pull out the compass and I set it on, I don't know, some desk somewhere in the font, and I just start mumbling to myself about how guilty I feel, I guess. Kind of talking about how I didn't really know what I wanted to do, like, with my life. And then like he fiddles with the compass in his hands, and he mumbles like, "This stupid thing isn't even mine, but it still got me here." And then he throws it on like the desk, and then kind of angry that like it represents like an inventor before him, that he was never, like, now he's like coming to terms with that he was never like an inventor at all. In a fit of rage, he breaks it.
Damn. Got a little chills on that one.
Yeah.
There's only one step left, and that is closing. All describe how you escape the fissure or why you stay. I think we pretty much covered that with the airship.
I stay because I'm dead,
Yeah.
and I'm with my sister now.
I think I'm gonna say,
Yeah?
yeah, dude, I think in character, I think the inventor was like, for the longest time, it was a hope, right? Because he was just following the footsteps of, like, invent the compass, right? Whoever made the compass before him. But I feel like now he has a chance to really like be at the forefront of like new technology, and I think the best place to do that is here. So yeah, I think he's gonna stay.
Okay. Damn. And then with my character then, like I assume with your help, like
Yeah, I'll
the airship
finish
is
the
restored.
repairs. Make sure you're good on fuel for at least the next
Yeah.
few aeronautical miles.
And then just lifts off and starts floating into the air. He has the locket, or the lock of hair, and he kind of like affixes it to the like large oversized ship wheel. Just kind of like as a reminder. And off they go. Exhaust pipes everywhere, steam blowing out. Like,
Yeah.
it's impossible to sleep on it without the amount of steam there.
You can't even see it coming because you just see a cloud of steam.
It's just a cloud, yeah.
That's how you know He doesn't navigate. He just goes by vibes because you can't see because of the amount of steam.
Yeah.
That was fun.
We could have been serious until the end, but sorry.
Dude, we have to let you know it's steampunk.
But we have to remember
Yeah.
that it's steampunk.
I liked
Okay.
it. Those are my closing
This
thoughts.
was pretty cool.
It was
It's
nice.
fun.
I was like unsure
Yeah.
a little bit because you guys played Slaying Dragons, and it does definitely have similar vibes.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I don't know. But it is fun because you get to be really creative. But then, like, like when I was thinking Magma Cat, I wasn't thinking much about like how we're gonna deal with this. I was just like, well, something terrifying, Magma Cat.
Mm-hmm.
You figure out how we're gonna deal
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
it.
I
Slaying
think it
Dragons
is
is
kind of
thing.
hilarious.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that you can't help yourself, basically.
Mhm.
Yeah. That is a cool mechanic.
Yeah. I do think that this one, I mean, the best comparison for it is Slaying Dragons, absolutely. I feel like Slaying Dragons does a much, much better job at getting you into the role play
I agree.
aspect of
I
it.
agree.
Yeah.
Because all of its tests, because it has that campfire stage where you're
Mhm.
having to like talk about the day,
Mhm.
and there's like probing questions that you're going to have to say in character.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
one is kind of nice because I like all of these different prompts that they give you.
Mm-hmm.
And I do find it a little bit interesting about like the difference between like the vision and resolve and like
Mhm.
the different kinds of roles and everything. So on a mechanic standpoint, this one's a little bit more interesting to
I
me.
agree.
But Slaying Dragons is much better if you want to do roleplay.
More roleplay
Yeah, we
heavy.
didn't. It felt like a little like it'd be awkward if you were doing more role playing, but I think it just depends on the group. I think we very well could have role played things
Mhm.
out, but it's hard because we wanted to like discuss
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
than role play.
Also,
Yeah.
like, just this doesn't like it definitely does a really good job about trying to get you to think about world building,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't really probe anything for
For roleplay.
Roleplay.
Yeah. Slaying Dragons is really good at like kind of like putting you in situations where it's like you are heavily encouraged to roleplay decently. And I agree like with what Stevie said, like we could roleplay more if we wanted to, but the game itself, like the pamphlet, doesn't like really push for it, which could be viewed as a pretty good thing, right? Like I think there's a lot of groups that don't enjoy heavy roleplay as much, but like games like this or like Slaying Dragons, right? So I think because Slaying Dragons, I think would be really hard to play if you're not like used to role playing extensively.
Yeah.
And so if you want to play a game like that, but didn't want to role play as heavily, or kind of wanted to dictate more how heavily or lightly you role played, I think this would be a very good alternative. Because it's like a similar vibe, but you're not as pressured to role play as you are in Slaying Dragons.
Yeah.
And it's still, I think, really fun. I think you can still tell a pretty good story, which is also kind of cool because I found myself talking in third person more than I usually do. But it's also like I still felt like I was able to tell a good character story with the game.
Yeah, I think the story was pretty good. I do think that this might be a little bit better world building than
I think it's
Slaying
definitely more
Dragons.
guided.
Yeah, it's a lot more guided. I just feel like there's a few more times in which it kind of like harps on the role play aspect, or not the role play, sorry, the world building aspect of it. Because it's not so much that like, where did you come from? Why are you trying to kill this dragon or slay this dragon, whatever the dragon may be? And this one we had to figure out where we came from, what the fissure is, and then what the goal is, what the font is.
I don't know. I mean, Slaying Dragons also had that section where it was like, describe your world, right? Like, is food
Yeah.
plentiful or are you starving? Like, I think Slaying Dragons also had good world building.
Yeah.
I think this will shine more if you want a little more guidance because of the different prompts you have.
True.
Whereas
true.
Slaying Dragons is just kind of like talk about this, talk about the people, talk about that, which I think can also be really good for people too. For me, they're about even in world building. It just really depends on like, do I want to read you come from a golden city collapsing under a great graft and corruption, or do I want to decide that for myself, right?
Yeah.
And you can still do that in this game, like they have that blank space. Yeah, I think it does a pretty good job on world building.
I like that you don't do names; you have titles.
That's cool too.
Yeah.
I
That
did
in
like
itself is sort of a like you have to
Mhm.
think of a title that fits your character.
I also liked how at the end there's a possibility for the font to change the world, right? Like at the end of Slaying Dragons, I think it kind of depends on what you've set up to that point. But like for us in particular, because I guess we kind of set up like a doomed world kind of, nothing really happened that changed the world, right? Our characters changed, but not the world.
Yeah.
It was cool that I got to be like the result of my role was like the font changes the world. And I was like, what? It made the whole journey feel fruitful, I think.
Yeah.
Like not just personally, but like for the plot of this world we just made up.
Also, it's nice that you can still haunt people when you're dead.
Yes, that is really cool. I do like that.
And I like that. I don't know. Just I like how open they are with like you can
You're still there.
You get to just make stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just like, yeah, I'm there, but pollen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's interesting that you can just be dead from the get-go.
Yep. The first time you fail, you can just be like, yeah, I die.
Yeah.
Now
And
I'm a
that's
ghost.
it. Because like with Slaying Dragons, you have like progressively worse consequences.
Yeah, it's only on the third journey step
Yeah.
that you can possibly die.
So it's interesting.
Which I guess also means like if you wanted to, you could wipe the squad, right? Because everyone could die their first failure, and then you'd never make it to the font.
Yeah. And that could be an interesting story in and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
I also like how like vague the tests are because a lot of the ones we did could have been used, like the confront something terrifying is what I did with Magma Cat, and it could have been remove a hindrance. I could have done the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd be curious, like, how the tests. I mean, I really think it's just kind of like where the table is starting to like guide the world. Because like you initially were just like, yeah, jungle cats or whatever, and then we just kind of built upon that, like progressive
More cats,
Stack of
they're
cats.
naked now.
Yeah, stack of cats.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really am enjoying games like this. It's definitely something that I think sticks to one shots.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think it's like you could probably do a run every couple months if you did want to replay it.
Yeah.
I think if you did it like if you tried to do it every day for a week, I think you'd burn out. Maybe. I'm sure there are groups that would do it every day for a week and have a blast. But I like playing a game like this, not playing a game like this for a few months and then playing another game like this.
Yeah.
I do really like their resolution rules. I feel like are very good. Like find or identify, empathize or withstand. Like these options are really good, I feel like, because I feel like there's a lot of scenarios where you could pick several, right? So it's never like this one's clearly this. It's always like, oh, well, I could either try to withstand or I could try to destroy, right? Like I felt like that was the case a lot of the time.
It's also interesting too because every single player rolls the test. Whereas Slaying Dragons, it's whoever, like one person is rolling the test, and for them it's 1, 2, 3, they fail. 4, 5, 6, they succeed and get a good consequence.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because one person is up to them to resolve it for the party.
Exactly.
That's right. Yeah.
Whereas
I
in
forgot
this
about
one,
that.
we each are trying to
Yeah.
like make it through.
That is cool. I do like that. I guess I like them both for different reasons. Yeah, that is cool. I do like that.
Yeah. What do we think about the thing to steal from this game? For me, it is honestly just kind of like using this game as a sounding board for different like world building ideas.
Yeah.
Because it's guided, you can literally start from I don't know what in the fuck to do. I just need to come up with some kind of a weird world.
Yeah, steal a prompt from this.
Steal a prompt from this.
So
Go through some of these steps.
also like if you're just kind of stuck, like you're a GM and you're like, oh, they have a little bit of in between time, like before they can get to the next step. You could reference the test step on this to like and just roll for one. There's 6 of them. Just roll a d6, and then they'll then be like, okay, they are gonna follow something unseen. I'm gonna just come up with my interpretation of that.
I think
fits
that
in
would
my
actually
world.
be really, really good, especially for like traveling sucks in TTRPGs and you don't want to fight your 18th group of bandits. So I think for scenarios like that in particular, it would be really good to be like, oh, what unique kind of problem do I want them to have?
A side quest generator.
Yeah, like a travel side quest generator. I think that would be really good. I think for me, it would be like, and I guess DMs that are better than me already do this, but I think if it'd be good to occasionally give your players quests that do like truly impact the world they're in, and think about how those quests could truly impact the world they're in. Because that was like low-key my favorite thing about this game. Was when I got to the end and it was like the font changes the world. How does it do that? I don't think I've ever played a TTRPG where I've finished a quest and it has made a significant impact on the world around me. Granted, the font is like a dramatic example, right? Because that change was immediate.
Mhm.
But I think you can do stuff like that in other games too, right? Like, well, maybe you defeat whatever the fuck, and now like it opens a trade route between two kingdoms that wasn't open before.
Yeah, well, I mean, you said it while we were playing. Is like, it might not. It's gonna probably happen over a long period of time, and like that's awesome because like, I'm thinking Fallout.
Mm-hmm.
You guys took out Johnny Deathclaw,
Mm-hmm.
and then like, what cascading effects is that going to have? Well, now we already saw a little bit of it in like our Patreon thing.
Mm-hmm.
The bandits are scattered and they're not under like a unified leadership, meaning that they're weaker, like a lot weaker,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of a
Fog.
benefit for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But having like little things like that is
Yeah, I think
awesome.
I think it's super cool. I think it's nice when you can like give your players a quest, have them do it, and then have them later on see things that are in effect from them having done that. I think that's really cool. So I would try to do that more. I too am going to try to do that more. But yeah, I like the game a lot. I'm always like a little hesitant when I go into these games because I'm always like, I don't know, man, something about them. I'm always like, ooh, I don't know. It feels very intimate and scary and like, ah.
Oh yeah.
And then I play them and I'm like, oh, this shit's sick. So
Yeah, it's like it's not all of these games. They do sound like they are going to be like, oh, tell us about
Your
this is
trauma.
therapy.
Yeah.
Tell us about everything that's bad that's ever happened to you. They're never like that because it's all guided by what the table is wanting to do. And unless we're all just a bunch of therapists trying to out therapist each other, we're probably just going to keep it pretty tame.
Yeah, but it's nice though because like if you're like, I don't know, like if you do have a really intimate friend group and you want to like really dive into like really like personal themes, you
can,
could,
yeah.
right? Like you could just for Slaying Dragons or this game, like anyone could have just played themselves, right? And like had their traits and their like challenges like shine in this game. Yeah, it's cool. I like these games.
Yeah. If you want this game, you can go to narrativedynamics.itch.io. There they have font, they have Goblinville Gazette, Serpent and Oak, Rebel Crown. They've got quite a few different games. They're all no more than like $10 each. Font is $5 on there. Highly recommend it. And we'll have all of the information for them down in the episode description.
Fun Easter egg. On the back of the font pamphlet, they actually tell you what typefaces they use. Font uses the typefaces Minion Pro and Axel.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's crazy.
Huh. No Comic Sans, but
Yeah, that's
you
crazy.
know, whatever.
Missed opportunity, but whatever.
Yeah.
Easier to read. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, that was sick.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. And
Smell
Stevie's
better.
already left, but yeah. Deuces.
Bye.
Thought they'd never leave.
That's what I'm fucking saying. I hate our listeners.
Every
I
time.
don't know why they keep showing up. I think I need to leave.
And we're back. Um,
I'm not gonna lie. I won't be mad at any of these except for the prison colony.
Why?
Never mind, that sounds cool too. I won't be mad with any of these. My personal vote goes for the War Torn Country, just because I like Scorched Ruins.
Okay.
My second vote is for the science one. Fruitlessly studying the Fisher.
yeah, when I see like the science one, I see it as like on Earth kind of a thing.
Mhm.
I don't know, the fissure being something.
Yeah, the AU.
Yeah. When I see the war torn one, that can kind of take place at any
That does
point
sound
in
like
time.
I had the same vibe. Like I feel like the War Torn Country is like more of a fantasy setting.
Yeah. The
But I guess
prison
the
one,
other one
though,
could be too.
for whatever reason, I'm seeing just like on the edge of it, like some barren world in sci-fi land.
The prison one.
Yeah,
You come
that's
from,
just
like,
where my brain goes.
a prison colony on the edge of a crumbling empire.
Ooh, and then the font could be like the name of a ship that we're trying to reach.
Mm.
I don't know. What do you think?
I'm not super passionate about any of them.
She hates all of them.
Yep.
We can also make our own if we want.
That's
But I think, yeah, I figure we just pick one.
What's your favorite one? I know you named a couple of them, but
Oh shoot. I think the it's really between those three: the government research facility, the war-torn country, or the prison colony. How do we feel about a sci-fi vibe?
I'm not super into sci-fi personally.
So let's do.
I'd rather do like a modern or fantasy.
Okay. So
Ooh,
let's
I was
do
talking
the-
with the rights the other day about how I wish we had more games that was just like, what is it, like urban fantasy, I think is the setting, where it's just like all world, but fantasy creatures and things also exist.
Oh, like City of
So-
Mist kind of a vibe.
Kind of, yeah.
Well,
like if you've ever seen the
But
movie.
more fantasy.
Yeah, more fantasy.
Yeah, like if you've ever seen the movie, Bright, I think. Will Smith is in it.
Oh, that is a really good movie.
That's a good fucking movie, and that's
What?
what I think of when I think of like urban fantasy. Because I mean, Will
That's the
Smith
one where
was,
he's a cop.
yeah, Will Smith was still a
I
normal
haven't
dude. He was
seen
a
it.
cop. But there was all this
I would
fancy
love to.
shit going on in the world as well. It was really cool. There were elves and shit. It was
Yeah.
a good movie. Would recommend.
Maybe I have seen it.
I think we did watch it together.
I dropped my pen. I better cut that out.
Which one's your favorite? Out of...
My favorite is the war torn one, but I'm also for the prison one. It's between those two for me because with the prison, I could also see us like escaping into the fissure to get out of like during a prison break,
Mhm.
and then yeah, I don't know what the font would be, but that's cool. It just makes me think of Impel Down, if I'm being honest.
Ooh. Oh, maybe we do that.
I was
one.
thinking of the prison one, but you seemed like you were
I like
on the fence about it.
I am
so
on the
was
fence. I
like,
do like the war torn one better, but I won't be mad if we do the prison one. I wouldn't be mad if we did any of these, to be
He's
honest.
so angry right now.
I'm pissed
at the thought of us
listeners.
doing the prison
I'm
one.
peeing myself.
I've never thought about how weird of a phrase that
Isn't it
is.
crazy?
Because it's
Do you have a strong opinion?
I like the prison one. It's not a very strong opinion, but
I would be fine with the prison one.
Yeah, we can do a prison one.
I'm cold. That's my opinion. So I'm gonna go upstairs and get a sweatshirt.
Okay.
Okay. And then while she's gone, we'll do a whole run through of one of the other ones.
Yeah, we'll do the war torn one just like
Yeah.
real quick. Yeah.
How crazy would that? We would have to speed up time, but just for us.
Bye forever.
Should we pause it?